Welcome back to Roots of Resilience. This is a channel dedicated to permaculture design, the implementation of the 12 permaculture principles, as well as the spiritual knowledge that I've gained over the past 3 decades. Past 3, more or less, the past 3 decades. Today's video is about slowing down. I know it's kind of a weird topic to be talking about, especially during the new year, when everyone is trying to speed up and speed up and speed up and change things and do things different. But what if I told you that slowing down is different than what you've ever done? Just sit with that for a minute. Every year, it's like we're expected to become completely new people. And we do, to some extent, become new people every year. But it doesn't take a calendar to change years for that to happen. These are changes that are made every single day if you're living your life in alignment, right? In alignment with the Creator, in alignment with your path. These changes are sometimes effortless. You set your heart, you set your intention, you set your heart on something. Excuse me. You set your heart on something and things kind of split. Things move out of your way if you move yourself out of your way. And what I invite you to do this year is to sit with yourself more. What does that mean? Well, I'll give you an example. For me, yesterday I woke up at 4 in the morning. I've been sick. I've been having some sort of sinus, something going on. My nose, my throat. It's been pretty bad. But I've been unable to speak for the most part. Like even right now it kind of hurts. And my voice is a little hoarse. And I have to speak a little quietly. But I really wanted to record a video. I have a schedule now, right? Part of my new year, new me, whatever program I was trying to get onto was I need to post a YouTube video. I need to post 2 videos a week. I need to do at least 100 videos this year. I need to do this. I need to do that. Write the scripts, plan the shots, plan all this stuff, do the editing. Even though the editing isn't that big of a deal, I'm using a program to do that. Or, I don't know, learn all the YouTube stuff. I've never done the YouTube thing before, so learning all the stuff. There's just so much. And YouTube isn't even what I'm trying to do. But I was putting so much focus and emphasis on this that I woke up sick. I couldn't talk. I couldn't breathe, really. And I'm kicking myself in the ass because I'm not recording a video. And instead, what I did from the hours of 4 to 6 was stretch and meditate. That's it. I sat on my floor. put my phone down, put my computer down. I stopped worrying about it, and I stretched my body, moved my body, right? Reconnected to this vehicle that I'm driving, and meditated. Cleared my head. Gave it all away to Creator. That's the East, by the way. That's what I'm going with that. To the East. Cleared my head. Centered myself. Found my heart. Centered myself. Started to meditate. Reconnect back to who I am. And there comes a point when you realize, like, none of this other stuff really matters. Sure, it's fun. Sure, it's exciting, and you can have lots of joy and jump around, dance around, and enjoy this play that we call life. But if you're not enjoying it, what's the point? Do you beat yourself over the head with, you need to do more, you need to do more, you need to do more? Or do you sit there and reconnect to yourself? Now, I don't feel like I've been a normal person for most of my life, so I don't know how normal people react to that. I would assume normal people buckle down. Excuse me. I would assume normal people buckle down, strap in, and do more. They force themselves and push themselves, almost as a sort of ego type of thing, right? And that's what I found myself doing. For me, it was, I wanted to become more disciplined because I've been living a very go with the flow, go where my path takes me, let the Creator decide my next step type of life. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to take the reins back. I wanted to steer a little bit. You know. But sometimes that's not what's necessary. Sometimes the moment calls for stillness and rest. And it's not often that we get to rest. Especially if you're doing a lot, you're helping your community, going out, being the light, doing your best to bring love and life into this world. It's pretty much a full-time job. It sounds, woo-woo and whatever, but it pretty much is a full-time job. As someone who feels everything, right? Every person on this planet can feel energy. That's something that we're designed for, right? Evolutionarily, that's something that our bodies have figured out. That's something that was necessary before vocalization and communication and language. We would just communicate through pheromones, through, call it what you will, telekinesis, energetic exchange, whatever. Right? When you walk into a room and someone's been arguing and there's just a heaviness, and you can just feel it, and you know who's pissed off at who. And sometimes if you're sensitive, you know exactly what it's about. And for me, that's something that's difficult, because I feel those things heavily. Someone could walk into my work and immediately I'll feel the shift. Immediately my body tenses up before they even walk in. They walk by the door. I don't even have to see them. I could be doing something and I just feel it. And I'm like, oh, so-and-so's here. Because I know their energy. I can feel their energy. And I know what sort of mood they're in before they even walk in the door. So being like that, being someone who's sensitive, right? Being someone who is of the permaculture mindset, who understands the connections between things, who understands the very foundation of the Lakota spiritual understanding, which is Mitakuye Oyasu, right? All my relations. We're all related, we're all connected, we're all one, we're all a part of the same source energy, right? Creator. You strip away all this, you strip away this meat suit, you strip away everything. We're all part of that oneness. So sometimes it's difficult to just function in what we call the square world. Right? There's the round world, that understanding, and then there's that square world, right? The houses, the tablets, the laptops, the desks. Everything has corners. Everything's square in the square world. Everything's defined. There's time limits, there's boundaries. And that doesn't work for me, honestly, a lot of times. I've spent the past almost 30 years trying to figure out how to live like that. And it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me at all. All of that is to say, I had a plan, I had this square world plan, I had this structure, I have this, I need to do that, and this, and that, and this. And so when I started to feel sick, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to push myself. I'm going to go do something outside that's physically strenuous. So I could say that I did it, right? I'm sick. Excuse me. Right? I'm sick. And instead of sitting at home on my sick day, I went outside and I shoveled like a couple cubic yards of compost and mulch and spread it out onto the yard by hand. And that was really rough on my body. By the time I was finished, I felt like I was going to collapse. It took me like half an hour to take off my shoes and get into the shower to wash the dirt off me. And I've been paying for it since then. It's been a couple days now, and I still am not feeling 100%. I still feel the raspiness in my throat. I still feel the sinus pressure. So, when you're living this life, when you're on this path that the Creator has chosen for you, right? Because there's multiple paths. There's a path that you choose, and there's the path that the Creator chooses for you. I could go into that in more detail, but I'll leave it at that for now. But when you're on the path, when you're on the red road, the chanclaluta, when you're on the red road, sometimes things don't move in the way that you would expect them. Sometimes everything seems like it's lining up and everything seems like it's a go and you're 100% set to go. And you have this plan and everything's ready. And all of a sudden, nope, that's not where you're needed. You're needed over here. And it's a little confusing at times. Sometimes it's counterintuitive. Right, I'm starting this YouTube channel. I'm trying to pick up the pace. I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm trying to do all these things to make sure that I can make this a success. And I'm being told, slow down, slow down, slow down. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. Slow down. And I didn't listen. I spent a couple hours out there not listening. And I paid the price. I'm paying the price right now. So yes, I invite you to have your plan. It's good. Create that vision for the future. Create that roadmap. So that when you get lost, you can go, okay, I know that I can do this. I wrote this down, it's planned out. I have nowhere else that I know what to do. I can do this if it's time to do something. But sometimes you'll hear that little voice, not the big voice. You'll hear that little voice that says, slow down, take it easy. Right? Take it easy. And it's your choice to listen to it or not, but I invite you to listen to it sometimes. As I said before, this life is like a play. Everyone's dancing around on stage and putting on this show, and you know, I got this car and I got these books and I got this house and I go to work and I pay the, rent, and I do this and I do that. And all these things that we do, dancing around, go out to see friends, hang out with family. All these things. They're valuable in their own way, but it's all a play. It's all a performance that we're putting on. When we put on this suit, when we came here, we agreed to take part in this play and to move it along and to progress the story in whatever way that is. Right now, there's a set change being conducted. Lights went out. Curtains went down. There's movement in the back, but no one can see it. That's your planning. That's your focus. That's your little routines that you're doing. The little things that actually help you, right? To stay on track, to stay consistent. Those are the little things happening in the background. And nobody sees that. That's okay. But when you're being told to slow down, just know that that's your set change. That's a new scene that's about to be unveiled. A new scene, a new a new act. There's a lot of people that are changing their act right now. Moving from victimhood to accountability. Moving from doing to being. Moving from I have to I want to. So, when it's time to slow down, when it's time for the set change, I ask that you save your big line, your big performance for when the lights are on and everyone's had time to drink in the scene. You wouldn't deliver your line in the dark, would you? No. So when it's time for the scene to change, let it change. There's things being done in the background that you don't see. Right? You're making your little effort. You're making your consistent effort. You're moving closer and closer to the Creator. You're moving closer and closer to your goal. You're moving closer and closer to the life that you want. The life that you've always wanted. Freedom. Enjoyment. The ability to be creative and loving. Right? How long have we stifled that part of ourselves? That loving part of ourselves? How long have we shoved that down? Because it wasn't received properly. You know, smile at someone at the grocery store and they give you a dirty look. That's the old way. Those things are changing. Each and every day, those things are changing. But what's needed is the occasional rest. So that way your team, right? The ones who are all around, right? Your spirit guides or your angels or however you want to phrase it, your ancestors, whoever's helping you on the other side. They're helping you out. They're lighting things up for you. They're saying, okay, you want to go here? I see you're making effort. You're making effort. Let me line that up for you. And if it doesn't align, that's okay. They're setting up other stuff for you too. Stuff that you couldn't even comprehend. So while they're doing the set change, let them work. Rest. Be mindful and rest. Come to your center. Come to your heart. Remember what it is to be. Remember what it is to be connected. Remember who you are and what you came here to be as often as possible. So that when it's time to shine, you're ready. You know your part. You know your lines. You know your stage position. You know, I'm doing this. I'm twirling here. I'm singing this line. I'm going out to the audience and interacting with this person and doing all this stuff. And you fucking nail it. But in order to do that, you need to give yourself time. Time's the wrong word. You need to give yourself space to be here at your heart, connected to your higher self, to the Creator that spark that burns within you, that's your peace. That's your piece of the Creator. That's what you were given. So, build that fire up. Build up. Add those little sticks. Add those little branches and kindling and build it up. Build up your fire with meditation. Not meditation. Not meditation where you're empty, but meditation where you're connected. Build that up. Get back in tune with your body. Go for a walk. Get connected with nature. Nature does these things naturally. There's no mortgage, there's no rent, there's no water bill, grocery bill, there's no office politics. The trees and the animals and the insects and all the dirt, all the rocks, all the water, they're connected effortlessly. That's just their state. That's their state of being. They're connected. So go be out there. Be connected. As often as you can. And if you can't, for whatever reason, be connected at your home. Go sit on the front porch. Go sit outside on the balcony if you're in an apartment. Open the window. Whatever. Go sit on a bus. Go sit on the bus bench. Go sit outside. Go sit under a tree at the park. It doesn't matter. But go be connected. Go breathe in that life force energy. Breathe in the life that the Creator has given us. Feel yourself. Root into Mother Earth as often as you can. And that includes sitting at a desk, driving in traffic, and some dude cuts you off and he's pissing you off. Remember that you're connected. In the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of your life, that person cutting you off means nothing. In the grand scheme of that trip from A to B, that person cutting you off, you maybe lost 4 seconds of time. Slammed on your brakes, picked back up. But yet, we sit and ruminate instead of coming back to the center, instead of resting. Resting at a state of being, resting at a state of connection, a state of stillness and presence. So, I invite you all, after you've done your work, who knows, whenever this video finds you, remember to rest. I would say mindfully because that's the way my language tells me to speak, but heartfully rest. Connectedly rest. Stillness, presence, connection. Rest here. Rest here. Slow down. It's okay. Slow down. You're gonna get there. You will die. I promise you. You will die. Don't rush to it. That's the only thing that's guaranteed in life, is that we're all gonna die. So, you don't have to be in such a rush to get to the finish line. Let the set workers do their job and deliver your line. Big and beautiful. In front of everyone, under the spotlight. After the work has been done for you, lined up for you, and you've been lined up. Connected. Stay connected. If this sort of thing interests you, I will be dropping knowledge videos like this on this channel as often as I'm inspired. Today I was supposed to record some voiceover for that mulch shoveling video, but this is more important. This is what I've been called to say. So, these spiritual knowledge videos will come when they come. I'm not going to rush them. I'm not going to force them. And it's also not the main focus of my channel. Right? The main focus of my channel is permaculture and homestead tasks. The main focus of this channel is to build a community that is inspired by my actions here at my house. So, thank you for watching. See you next time.